scratch at, I'll get some beers and get chuggy. Nah, man, I know what I need, some more Man Huggie. Oh, Man Huggie. Some more Man Huggie. Put your headphones on.
Recording in progress.
What it do? It is Andrew Schultz, aka Mr. Goody Two Shoes, and who am I with as always? Joseph Huggins, aka Old Man Huggie. Talk shit or get off the pod, episode 168. Welcome to the ChristCoin soft line. Except there's nothing soft about it, baby, because it's hard as fuck, motherfuckers.
Nothing soft about it. Hard like those 10 Commandments, son.
I command the room like Moses with the
Follow or be followed through the desert and get sniped, son. Call me Moadib. This is Dune. I'm roaming around on Arrakis high on spice, dog. I talk to sandworms. Let's go, bro. Get out of here.
My setup's a little messed up right now.
Well, deal with it.
Does the mic sound okay?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay, because usually I get closer to the mic, but I have my computer super close because I had to put a hat over the camera. So you know what it is? Like, I don't want to mess it up to show the audience, but it was like two beams of light coming down from heaven. ChristCoin.
Or the weird flashes in The Omen whenever they like take a picture of somebody and it's like a white light and it's like that priest gets impaled, that dude gets his head chopped off. So yes, it could be ChristCoin or it could be the anti-Christ coin, also known as regulated central banking fiat currency. That's why you need to go to ChristCoin today. Get off the track, get on the right track. You know, the path less taken, just like Jesus would do.
Oh God.
Upon thy Lord. Zero bonnet involved. You've been doing good, man?
I've been good.
That is good. I've been vibing out. I mean, shit's been crazy, but things have been decent lately. And I mean, we'll just touch on it real quick. I mean, the birds just playing good. It's great. A bad year to not do the podcast, but it's also been a nice break, and I've been able to handle some shit. But I am thinking we do an episode.
Yo. He means his sports podcast.
The sports podcast. But maybe we do one episode before the Super Bowl.
Maybe.
All right. But yeah,
shout out Eagles going back to the Super Bowl. But you know, like, this is expected for us, so I'll get excited when we win.
I mean, not to get too deep on it because nobody gives a shit, but it's going to be interesting. A rematch of 2 years ago. Their team's basically the same. Ours is a lot different. So we'll just see kind of how it shakes out, because I think that we're stronger where we were weak last time. It's going to be very interesting to see how this shakes out.
For sure.
But I'm pretty fucking pumped. And, you know, living in the Dallas area, I mean, people are just miserable. People at work, harassing me, shouting stuff at me. I'm just minding my own business. I told them, I was like, you guys better stop doing this. You've been doing this all year, and we just keep winning. Maybe you would just like switch it up. Like you're getting some bad Cowboys karma, just like harassing me while I'm just minding my own business. And they were like, no, fuck you. And then drop a 55 burger on them, you know? And then I go in and they're just miserable. The first thing they do is they're just barking stuff at me and making excuses and not even high. Like, well, you know, there's only, you know, some of those touchdowns, they should ban the tush push. Just like right off the bat, man. I'm like, they tried and they decided it's good. And there's other teams that run it and they're not successful. So that makes like, yeah, but with y'all, it's just cheating. Like, that doesn't, shut up.
We got a new center this year.
Yeah, I thought it was all because of Jason Kelsey. And then
Yeah.
they're stupid. And the center we got is a Pro Bowler.
Hey. Jerkin.
It just makes no sense. So it's very interesting, you know, and it's a good time to be a Birds fan. So
big facts.
You know,
and I wouldn't mind we win the Super Bowl. Fire Sirianni before he gets out of the fucking New Orleans.
well, not to get like too deep, but this past like week and a half, I've been like trying to knock out a bunch of important shit, do some things, make some moves, and it's been interesting because like I've realized how far I've come. It's like I always say, like, you know, you focus on the finish line, don't focus on the race, because the race sucks. Like, so if you're running like a 5K, don't think about how shitty the race is while you're running it. Just think about how great it'll be when you're done and you're drinking beers and you can be like, damn, that race was shitty as fuck. And you can reminisce on it, but you don't want to focus on how bad things are, like while you're chugging through it. And just, you know, making some adult decisions over the past like week or so. And something that's for some people can be super frustrating or difficult. For me, I put myself in a position, it was like stupid easy, bro, and just made me realize how far I've actually come over this like period of time, you know. It's like I don't know, like reaching like a different marker, I guess, you know, or finishing a long race and being like, oh shit, I just like, because I mean it's not like the biggest thing in the world, but I mean it's pretty cool, you know. I mean, I messaged you off air about it. I don't want to get like too deep, but I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I still got shit to do. But
No, I mean it's especially nowadays, it's a harder and harder thing to reach. Are we not, you're starting outside?
yeah, I mean I'm just looking at purchasing a house, buying a house,
Right.
and you know, I'm looking at it and what it would take, how like the process for me to just get like approved was like really quick, like super quick, and what my offer was, or like what my budget is way more than I actually thought it would be. And granted, there's lots of factors that go into that, but it was like, damn, like I've put myself in this position. That's cool. I've probably been in this position way longer than I've realized. But I mean, I don't think I necessarily wanted to do it, and I just kind of was like, I think I'm going to do this. Talked to a couple people, filled out some shit, and they're like, oh yeah, when do you want to start? I was like, oh fuck, okay, like let's start. I guess start looking at shit. But it's cool because I think that there's a lot of people, especially nowadays, it's more and more difficult, and being able to do it and it hopefully be as easy as it seems it's going to be. I mean,
No, I think that you're financially set up for to afford it.
yeah, no, definitely. I mean, if I'm looking and if I have a good portion of what it would cost overall set aside, I should be able to like make some moves and, you know, draw it out, and then I'm going to pay off my car, because if I pick up a mortgage, then I don't necessarily need my 0 interest car payment for 8 more months. I'll just get rid of that shit. Like not the car, but the payment, right? I'm trying to, it's just a different thing, and it's going super fast. Super fast. And there's houses for sale all over in Dallas, man. It's crazy. Every day it's like 40 new houses hit the market. Something nuts.
Not here.
Oh dang, I'm not gonna do that. That'd be bad taste. Too soon. How is everything out there? I mean, you're pretty fucking close.
Yeah, I mean, my aunt and uncle's house burned down. I've been going there since I was a kid, but they're finally getting them under control. Now it's just like picking up the pieces.
Shit's crazy. And then I guess Trump went out there and was arguing and talking shit, and Melania just sits there all deaf mute.
If
Just
that was her, dude.
yeah, I mean, you see all these videos.
She was looking incognito.
Incognito. That's pretty good. No, you do see where they're like, look at these CIA rubber masks. All the conspiracy theories. Man, Twitter is a place that's just like, I don't even know. It's like I feel like I'm in a spaceship bubble now.
You know,
I'm observing from afar, like just the crazy conspiracy theories, all the stuff being released, people shouting at each other. It's pretty well.
well, you know, it's being run by Edoff Twitler.
Guys.
Elof Twitler.
And then have you seen that there's all these people trying to recreate the hand gesture that he did on like their TikToks and shit, and they're getting fired left and right?
Bro. So like my poker avatar online used to be Marjorie Taylor Greene and George Santos. I was looking for a new one. I was talking to Iron Ape. He's like, "Oh, what about Musk with his salute?" And I was like, okay, well, guess what? You have to if you do submit like a new avatar, it has to get approved.
Okay.
So I submitted that like a few days ago, and then it got approved. And then like I'm like playing poker, and I'm like looking at like the Elon Hitler salute, like it's like my fucking logo. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, dude, that's a bad move.
And I'm not even kidding. I'm in a poker game, and guy next to me, screen name is Antifa, and I'm sitting next to him with the fucking Elon salute, just ashamed.
Yeah, that's pretty rough, man. You gotta change that. That's not
100%.
cool. But there's been people who've been imitating it and being like, I don't get what the big deal is. If you watch that, there's no way.
Yeah, we're over it. But
I know. I'm just people losing their shit, losing their jobs, trying to recreate it. It's like, yeah, what are you talking about? You're not the richest man in the world. You can't walk around doing shit like that and expect people.
Meanwhile, we're celebrating the 80th anniversary of really, freeing Auschwitz or whatever.
Yeah. Any tales from the poker room? Not your. No.
No.
Well, okay. Anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Are you ready for therapy questions?
I am.
All right, therapy question number 1. Are professional sports rigged? Or do you think professional sports are rigged?
No. Absolutely not. Like, it would be the outcomes and shit would be a lot better, a lot more of the time if it was. You sound like QAnon Keith.
I'm just asking.
The dealer over at the poker table who told me, he says that the NFL is scripted, and he saw like interviews with past players talking about how it's scripted. I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I was like, yeah, like why even go through you don't need to. There's absolutely no need for it to be scripted.
Yeah, I don't know why
they're printing money. It's like because it's not scripted is why it works. Like they would just fucking and also
the NFL would just be too hard. It would be too hard. Now you've seen people convicted of point shaving and shit in the NBA. Okay, we've seen that.
NFL players, their average careers like 10 months or whatever the fuck. No, it's like a year or two.
It's like 2.5 or something.
And how many disgruntled players are you? And there's 53-man rosters plus practice squads times 32 teams times every year. You're telling me they just kept this shit under wraps? No, get the fuck out of here, dude. People give society way too much fucking credit for being diabolical.
And when you think about it, the people that do say that it's scripted or have that are former players are like the crazy motherfuckers. It's like if Antonio Brown is telling you that it's scripted,
anything.
His Twitter handle is CTESPN.
God damn. Is that real?
Yeah, that's real. That's his Twitter handle. CTESPN.
Right.
And then, or if Chandler Jones is telling you that games are rigged, like Chandler Jones lost his mind. He's walking around naked in his house on Instagram Live. And he's a massive dude. He lives in a huge fucking house. He's just a crazy person. So, I mean, I don't think it is, although I do think in some sports at some level, like I think that probably more cheating goes on than we actually realize, or people taking bets or taking bribes and getting paid off to shave points in a college basketball game.
Okay, well that's on an individual basis. It's
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
some systematic fucking.
Yeah, I don't
ruse
think
on the
there's
American
some
public.
Yeah, it's not some,
And not to mention
deep
that they
state,
have
deep
yeah,
NFL state.
they have these antitrust like clauses because they are monopolies, all of the major sports leagues. So like it's like regulated by the Fed, like by Congress, and like they couldn't fuck around like that, dude.
Yeah. I don't know why people keep saying that shit. No, I mean,
People are idiots.
do people get shitty calls? Yeah, but I don't think that they're like scripted off the jump. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right, therapy question number 2. So we all had to caveat to this, phones used to be so different. There was so much more variety and so much crazy shit you could have. Now there's like 3 phones you can fucking choose from, right? But so whenever we were kids, what was your favorite phone that you had? Because we all had a Nokia at some point. We all had all these different types of phones, and they changed constantly. What was your favorite that you have that you don't have now? Besides your fucking iPhone, obviously.
None.
What?
Yeah, dude. What do you mean change constantly? I feel like I had like 3 phones in my life. Like I mean, like 2 phones and then the iPhone.
What's a phone
And I didn't even get the iPhone early.
If there was a phone that there wasn't a phone you wanted that you didn't have? Because I always wanted a sidekick. I wanted like a sidekick or some shit.
Yeah.
But they were huge. But then you think about it, sidekicks weren't that. Well, I mean, I guess they were pretty big, but I mean,
I guess a BlackBerry at one point. My dad had a BlackBerry, but like I would fuck around with it, but it was like I don't know, it was like shit that I would do like on like a calculator, It's like it's like goofy features that like aren't that cool.
Yeah, my dad had a BlackBerry and he was like obsessed with it. It's in a drawer still. He's just like has it sitting there.
Barack was addicted to his BlackBerry. They had to like pry it out of his fucking hands when he became president.
Really? Oh yeah, I remember they were like it's on an unsecure network or some shit like that, wasn't it?
It was just a fucking regular BlackBerry. They're like, dude, you can't use this anymore.
And he's like, come on, man.
You're the president. And then
Ew.
Trump's like, hold my fucking beer, dude.
It's like, I need my BlackBerry. It's important to the American people and me. Like, get the fuck out of here, Barack.
I need my Newport and BlackBerry, and I'm going to the South Lawn.
Yeah. Peace out. Well, hang out in the room, Joe. Just entertain them. I'll be back. Barack out. Click. That'd be awesome.
Nah, man, I don't have a fucking favorite phone.
All right, fine. Damn, dude. It's just a question. Because I always wanted a sidekick, but I had like an old Evo. I guess I was like 1920 or some shit like that. But it was like whenever the screens got bigger and shit, and it was like made of solid metal. I fucking loved that phone. It was an HTC phone, and it was indestructible. It probably weighed like 2 pounds. It's heavy as shit. But, I mean, it was solid steel, so it was like indestructible. Waterproof, kind of waterproof. It had a huge screen on it. I fucking loved that phone. And then that's kind of why I stuck with Android. Never had an iPhone.
Dude, Prof G just eviscerates people with Androids. He's like, that's just the fastest way to show that your sperm count is low.
Oh my gosh.
Your bank account ain't on point.
All right, I guess it's just a fucking phone.
He's like, if you want to end your family tree, just buy a fucking Android.
It's pretty dramatic.
You want to dry up all the pussies in America, buy an Android.
Okay.
Hit them with the green text.
Well, now they all still have check marks now, which is weird. So like, there's the RCS shit. So like there's features that Android phones have that iPhones now have, so they correlate.
Right. That's like on the anti-monopoly shit.
Therapy question number 3. Should we have no income tax?
No, that's so fucking stupid.
You don't have an article for it, so I was like, I have to put this in because this is like getting floated right now. Well, there's a couple ideas being floated. One, Trump being able to run for another term.
Okay. Let's just clear this up. He is not allowed to by the Constitution, but he is going to float that from here until the end of his term because he wants people to think that they still have to listen to him, that he has political power because he might get a second term, and otherwise he's a lame duck and his shit's over. And as soon as the new Congress comes in, so he's gonna keep that in the news. But don't be fooled, he cannot.
Okay. And then the other one is this supposed thing that's been written up about suspending income tax, doing a federal tax, raising it to where it'd be like overall, like state with federal would be something like 33% tax on all items because it'd be a 23% flat tax.
That is a fucking transfer of wealth, again, from poor people to rich people, dude. No.
Elaborate for people.
So he's going to increase the sales tax basically. So it's like everything that you buy is now, instead of like it being like whatever the fuck sales tax it is, like 10%, whatever, I don't know, 7, well, I don't even know what the sales tax is. But it's going to be 33% on everything you buy, and and rich people can afford that, and then they just don't have to spend any taxes on their exorbitant wealth. No, man. Like in Europe, they can pull that shit because they're broke, dude. The average citizen in the UK salary is less than the average person in Mississippi.
Damn.
They don't have like this. No, man, this is a fucking ruse to help rich people again.
Yeah, I mean, just sketchy. Because I mean, that means that people would flock to states that only have federal tax, like they don't have state taxes, right? It'd be cheaper if you lived in Florida, in a Texas, in a Nevada, because then you would really just be paying whatever, like obviously your state taxes are, but then you wouldn't have that extra. Or no, you still would.
Yeah, like there's states with no income tax, but the federal, like adding a federal sales tax on everything. Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty weak sauce. It's a dumb idea. A lot of these ideas are dumb, and it's really, like I think we said before last week, where I think they're kicking up ideas and trying to, if they can, shoot them all the way up to the Supreme Court and seeing what sticks to the wall. So I think a lot of this stuff where they're like, oh, you can't do that. That's unconstitutional. He's still going to fight it all the way out to the end just because he can.
Okay, well, just think about all the people that like don't make enough money to pay income tax. Now they're getting taxed on everything they fucking buy. No tax returns on that.
Yeah. I kind of like it, a tax return. It's like, oh, thanks. Like you kind of feel like, oh, all right, appreciate you. Even though it's not shit, it's still something. I don't know. All right, and therapy question number 4. This is your time. I want you to talk about ChristCoin. It's real.
Yeah, so I was playing poker. I was up fucking like $300, and I had a pair of aces on the flop that big. This guy calls me with a pair of sixes. 6 comes out on the turn. I bet. He calls. I'm like, oh fuck, this guy's got a 6. Another 6 comes out on the river, giving me a full house. Only card that can beat me is if he has 4 6s. I already thought he had a 6, but he bets like over $100 more. I call him. He did have 4 6s. Anyways, so I go to leave. Then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Hollywood Park casino. It's like an hour away to play. So on my way out there, I was listening to a podcast, Hard Fork, with Casey Newman, and they were talking about the meme coins, and like the kind of like the uptick in meme coins is because of this website called pump.fun, where it makes it like, like you used to like have to remember, we were saying like, how do you even create a coin?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like you used to like have to know like a little bit on like how to like do that, but this website just like fucking streamlined the process. So as I stopped at a gas station because I was going to get like an energy drink on the way, and I got on the website while I was at the gas station. I sat there for like 30 minutes. It's like 3 in the morning at this gas station by myself. Uh, and I got on the website and I created ChristCoin. Uh, it's off chain though right now, so like it hasn't like actually officially launched, but it's been minted. I haven't done anything more. I couldn't believe that I got it up. So now it exists. It's on the Solana blockchain. Um, it's got a market cap of over $6,000 right now. It was over 7,000. Now it's at 6,500. Don't know how the fuck that happened. Uh, and I just haven't like pushed it forward because I actually think that this is something that where we could like uh, pull the rug out and like and bank if we launch it the right way. So I want to make sure that I have enough of shares of or enough coins to where if it does catch like fire for like an hour, like I can like pull. And
Shouldn't even be saying that.
no, I am saying I'm letting everybody know ahead of time.
It's a social experiment. Or it could just blow up, and next thing you know, it's the future of religious. It's the future of the religious marketplace.
So I had to come up with a description when I created the coin. So, for y'all, the symbol is Christ. If you're gonna be looking for it, ChristCoin, the savior of your portfolio. Welcome to ChristCoin, the divine intersection of faith and finance. Whether you're a seasoned trader or a crypto disciple, ChristCoin is here to bless your wallet. In blockchain, we trust. Built on rock, not sand, ChristCoin is a foundation for your financial future. Proof of faith. No need for mining, just believe and you shall receive. The crypto sermon on the mount, bringing good news to holders worldwide. Loaves and fishes meet meet Bitcoin. Turning small investments into miraculous returns. Forgive your debts as we forgive those who short sell against us. With ChristCoin, you don't just invest, you ascend. Join our congregation of faithful holders and let's multiply your blessings and your gains. ChristCoin, where faith meets the ledger.
It's pretty good.
Fuck.
We'll see.
Tight.
You sent me that, and I was like, "What?" And then I was like, "Oh shit, dude, get out of here!"
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll announce it when it's on chain.
We'll just need to buy a bunch.
Right.
And just hold on to it. Ride it out.
It's Trump's America, dude. We're just living in it.
I guess. But I mean, that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
And then start a whole community, and that's when we do like a Yahweh, a Muhammad.
That's right.
We do a whole bunch of different ones,
That's right. Muhammad Mullah.
And then we could even do like I guess we could do a Lucifer buck. Something like that.
The next one is going to be the Thetan coin. And the motto there is, just when you think Scientology has bankrupted you and your entire family, Thetan coin finishes the job.
Elron. Oh, that'd be good. They get like Tom Cruise on it. Well, not on it, or maybe he's on one side of the token. It is like a thumbs up picture of Tom Cruise, and then he'd be like, "Hey, I really like the fact that you,
We'll talk to our lawyers.
I really like that you put me on your cryptocurrency."
Yeah, right.
Right, he like pulls up in a helicopter. That motherfucker's crazy as shit.
There you go. On to the topics of the day. These ones are crazy. All right. This one's from Popular Mechanics by John Scott Lewinsky. An alien craft spotted over the Pacific broke the laws of physics. Traveling at 45,000 miles an hour shouldn't be possible on Earth. Atop Capitol Hill in July 2023, lawmakers sat before witnesses, experts, and members of the media to take in an extraordinary hearing. The House proceedings included a grainy 90-second infrared video of an unusual object shaped like a tic tac flying above the Pacific Ocean in 2004. The video had been shot by one of the Navy's FA-18 Hornets pursuing the object. Known as an unidentified anomalous phenomenon, UAP, those in attendance heard the voices of the veteran Navy combat pilots laughing in amazement at the craft's otherworldly performance. Navy Commander David Fravor, now retired, had led the FA-18 Hornet Squadron off the deck of the USS Nimitz on the afternoon of November 14, 2004. He described seeing this strange object as he approached. There were no rotors, no rotor wash, or any visible flight control surfaces like wings. He wrote in a statement to the House Oversight Committee, "Our altitude at this point was approximately 15,000 feet with the Tic Tac about 12,000 feet. As we pulled nose onto the object at approximately half a mile with the object just left of our nose, it rapidly accelerated and disappeared right in front of our aircraft," he continued. "This Tic Tac object was far superior in performance to my brand new FA-18F and did not operate with any of the known aerodynamic principles that we expect for objects that fly in our atmosphere." See, okay. The forces generated by such, let's see, which part of the news group later reported that the UAPs descending 80,000 feet in less than a second.
I mean, people have said that they've seen like cone shaped, like tic tac or long cylindrical objects flying before, so that's not super shocking, man. There's some crazy shit out there, and we can't comprehend what it is or how it's moving that way right now, and it's freaking everybody out because, we don't understand it, so therefore we're terrified of it.
Okay, so according to the laws of relativity that Einstein describes, the mass of an object would increase to the point of requiring infinite energy to propel it forward as it approaches the speed of light. The warp concept, which theoretical physicists are actually working out using mathematical models, could explain everything from how the Tic Tac moves so quickly to how beings could traverse the impossible distances of space. It's like a warp field.
Like, what if it's some like teenager aliens like popping through, fucking around, and then they're like, "Oh shit, we gotta get out of here," and then bolt. That'd be tight. Infinite, like 80,000 feet. That's, I mean, obviously
in a second.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going faster than terminal velocity, which is like the rate at which everything falls. Falling so.
Well,
no, at a certain point, everything, like, that's like the whole feather in a bowling ball. If you drop them off of at a high enough place in like a tube, they'll fall at like the same speed.
I thought everybody had different terminal velocity depending on your mass.
Well, I think you can reach a certain acceleration. Everybody has it. It's like the guy who jumped from space and parachuted.
Oh yeah,
skydived. Like I said, at one point he's going so fast that it's like you're.
Right. Because that has to do with the gravity of the Earth.
Yeah, you'd be falling so fast it's like you're not falling. You're just like, shh, which would be insane. So to go faster than that, to be able to apply force to that and go faster than that is like wild. Because whenever like a space shuttle re-enters our Earth's atmosphere, it's not necessarily falling at terminal velocity. Like, right? It's like working against it while working with it to like. Now maybe if it's one of like the pods, something like that. But whenever it's like a shuttle coming back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
But that's fucking crazy, and it's not super surprising. Our military's seen all types of crazy shit. I feel like believe half of the crazy shit that any military guy tells you. If you hear 10 military guys tell crazy stories, half of them are telling something or what that they believe is the truth for sure. And these Air Force guys, the Navy guys, when they're out in like the South China Sea or in the Indian Ocean, and they probably see all sorts of wild shit out there in the sky. There's no.
Would it be trippier for you if the United States government had a craft that could go 80,000 feet in a second, or if it was an alien?
For the world, I think it would be crazier. I think it'd be scarier if one of our countries had it. But I think the whole concept of aliens being able to do that and us being like that dwarfed on a spectrum, like technology wise, where we're basically defenseless, would be much more terrifying. Like because you don't know what it is, but like our government, Russians having that, like Turkey coming up with some
The
that.
Russians, I don't
I'm just
know.
saying, I can't really. You could come up with bad reasons. If we got something like that, everyone would be like scared as shit. They'd be more scared than they were before. They'd be like, "Oh fuck, did you see this new peanut ship they got? It looks like the fucking Planners peanut guy, but it falls 90,000 feet in a second. It's crazy, bro." You would own the sky. There's nothing that. I mean, I think at some point, depending on what you made it out of, you might just be able to fly through other ships going that speed, and they would just disintegrate. And you might be moving so fast it wouldn't even damage you if you came up with something.
Yeah, right.
That's so fast.
Yeah, it would damage you just
Well,
as much as.
I don't know, man. You got some force field shit going
Unless
on.
it's made out of the black box.
Ooh.
Why's it gotta be black? Next article.
The only black thing to ever survive a plane crash. It's definitely the black box.
The Sunday Times. Adam Sage in Paris. Kidnappers sever finger of cryptocurrency millionaire David Balland. The Ledger co-founder's kidnapping was the latest in a series of attacks of tech millionaires who fear they are being targeted by criminals. A wealthy founder of a French cryptocurrency firm is recovering in hospital after kidnappers severed his finger and demanded a $10 million ransom. David Balland, 36, was freed by GIGN, an elite police unit, on Wednesday, a day after he was taken from his home by an armed gang. Police found his partner, Amadine, bound and gagged in the back of a van in Paris 24 hours later. 9 men and 1 woman aged between 20 and 40, described as small-time criminals from suburban council estates in the Paris region, have been arrested, but police sources say investigators were still looking for the gang leaders. Balland is the co-founder of Ledger, a business specializing in digital wallets to store cryptocurrency, which is valued at about $1.3 billion, which is kind of crazy. Prof G, my business guru, he's a big investor in this. He and his partner were taken at gunpoint at their house near Ledger's headquarters in Vierzon in central France on Tuesday. They drove him away in one car and Amadine in the other. The gang sent a ransom demand to Eric Largevêque, Balland's business partner, who is a media celebrity in France. They also sent Largevêque a video of Balland's finger, which they had cut off. Largevêque contacted the police, who put 230 officers on the case and began negotiations with the kidnappers. Officials ordered a media blackout while the hunt was in progress, saying the kidnappers appeared to be unstable and risked killing their victims. Part of the ransom had been paid in cryptocurrency, but most of the sum was later frozen. French media outlets reported that the gang had demanded about 10 million euro. What the fuck, bro?
I mean, this isn't surprising though. This is part of the crypto world. There's like a lot of shady shit that goes on. This is not the first crypto bro billionaire dude we've seen get kidnapped or threatened to be kidnapped or hurt or try to be extorted for their money. I mean, it's kind of stupid though, somebody that high profile, because then if you're taking it, like, they can watch the money on the blockchain and just wait for you to move. Like, that's how they caught those 2 people who stole a shit ton of money in crypto.
Right. And this guy's not even one of the richest dudes, you know? It's like, he runs Ledger, it's like worth like $1 billion. You know, it's like, how many crypto billionaires are just out there like ready to like get swooped, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
this guy like owns like a platform for like a blockchain. It's like he's not even one of these fuckers.
Yeah, he gets you to buy crypto. He's the reason why you want to steal his crypto in the first place. He's like, yeah, we'll get him. He's like, oh, actually, I don't have that much in it. I don't really invest that deep in crypto.
Yeah, he's like, I just take care of the books.
Yeah, I just run the books. But I mean, I'm glad they were able to catch him quickly, because it sounds like, you know, they're, like they said, they were unstable and they might risk hurting the people. But that's fucking crazy to cut off someone's finger. That's
I know. Like when I first read that, I thought they were like using like his fingerprints to like access,
get it.
like,
Me too. I was like, tight. That's cool.
That's not tight.
Well, no, I mean it's not, but that's cool. You know, that's cool as fuck.
I think at that point I'd be like, Guys, I'll just do it. Like, you don't have to cut my fingers off. We can
Well,
just,
yeah, but like I said, yeah, no, for sure. But like I said, it wouldn't be cool, but it's cool as shit. You know, like, hey, here the bank downtown got robbed and the guys got away and they came in dressed like ostriches and tricked everybody and walked out. You'd be like, what? That's fucking crazy. That's kind of badass. Like, terrible, but that's fucking cool. Like, there's lamer ways to go about doing it. So I mean, if you're gonna try to kidnap a crypto bro, extort him for money, and have demands with the police, I mean, at that point you're cutting off a finger. You got to prove some sort of point, right? It's not
hey,
like
man,
you're
hey, do you need a toe? I can get you a toe.
no, all you're gonna be because then all you're just like you're all talk. We're like, you're not gonna do shit. I can hear the negotiator be like, you ain't gonna do shit. Like, oh yeah, I'll cut his fucking finger off. You won't fucking do it. Calm down.
I mean, they are French, you know.
And the chief's like, what are you doing? He might actually do it, you crazy son of a bitch.
Nazi Pinky.
Well, how do you expect me to get him? You tell me. They're like, Jesse, we called you in to help us negotiate this deal and free the hostage. He just cut off his finger. In the Baja, they cut off people's fingers all the time. Pretty crazy. But all these, I mean, that's a lot of people. They're still looking for more. 9 guys, 1 woman, and there's still more people on the loose. That's a lot of people to cut off 1 finger, like everybody.
No. Those are all the people that were involved. They're looking for the people who like put him up to it.
No, I know. I'm just saying that's still a lot of people. That's 10 people to kidnap 1 guy and they cut off 1 finger. I can just see them being like, "Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it?" Like
Manson, like Marilyn Manson type like shit, where they'll like go to like the mansion
I
together.
can see them being like, "You do it, Amy." And she's like, "No, like you haven't done shit this whole time. You're cutting off his damn finger, like trying to prove some point. Like that's too many cooks in the kitchen, man. That's a lot of people." They went Ocean's 11. They're like, all right, we'll do this Ocean's 11 style. There'll be 10 of us. It'll be a little bit different. You're Brad Pitt. You're Rihanna. You're Don Cheadle.
What if they like accidentally like slammed his like hand in the car door? Didn't actually mean to cut it off. Like fuck.
It's a Cybertruck. You know, it's supposed to have that finger catch, but sometimes it closes on people's hands, and he's like trying to climb out, and it just chops his finger off.
And they're like, all right, we'll just say we cut it
like,
off.
Shit, we'll throw it in the truck. Let's get the fuck out of here. Bro, that's crazy. I mean, you're gonna get caught doing shit like that. I don't know how people think they're gonna get away with it. You're better off trying to rob your local goddamn Washington Mutual, your WAMU that doesn't exist anymore. You're better off trying to find one of those and rob it than like kidnapping some guy in charge of a multi-billion-dollar platform.
Exactly.
But don't do that at all either way.
Next article from USA Today by Eric Legata. Fast radio burst detected in dead galaxy raises questions about mysterious signals. A fast radio burst, or a strong pulse of energy, was tracked to a distant, long-dead galaxy that astronomers never thought could produce such a signal. With their extremely strong magnetic fields, magneteers have long been considered the prime culprit capable of producing the powerful bursts of energy known as fast radio bursts. The recent burst, called FRB 20240209A, throws that theory into question. Now astronomers must consider that not all fast radio bursts come from younger galaxies and stars. The powerful burst was also traced to an unprecedented 130,000 light-years from its associated galaxy center, where few other stars exist. Fast radio bursts, strong pulses of energy detected in radio wave frequencies, may be a common phenomenon in the cosmos, but their enigmatic origins are something astronomers are only beginning to understand. Take, for instance, one such fast radio burst astronomers recently tracked to the distant outskirts of a long-dead galaxy. Based on what scientists thought they knew about fast radio bursts, referred to in astronomy as FRBs, this type of galaxy should not contain the kind of star long thought to produce such bursts. The surprising source of the repeating bursts has baffled astronomers who haven't considered the region in which no stars are forming could produce such a radio flare.
I mean, that's pretty crazy. But there's so much shit about space you don't understand. It's so far away. So if it's 130,000 light years away, how long ago did that happen?
we're 130,000 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy.
Well, no, because it's the radio burst, so I don't know if the radio bursts are going at the speed of sound. I mean, the speed of light, right? It's the speed of sound.
Yeah. So that's what I'm wondering is like how long does that, because that shit takes forever, right? So for watching a supernova in like way like thousands, like just thousands of light years away, that's happened so long ago that we're just now seeing it. That's why we're able to visualize it, because it's taking all that time for it to travel that distance. So if radio waves are slower, that's just like how long ago was this shot out? It was at like a SOS beacon, like boom. That's fucking crazy that we don't know where this shit comes from too. Like random radio waves, and then we send out random radio waves all the fucking time. So if there's somebody who's 1,000 light years away, they haven't heard any of the shit that we've blasted off at all, right? It'd be forever till they'll probably be gone by the time they pick it up and show up. We got your radio wave, bro. Oh damn, we're late.
Yeah, but it is crazy that we like sent out like a golden like record with like music and and like all these languages and like speeches and all this shit on it like back in the day.
Yeah.
And like I just like that like humanity was like not worried about aliens like coming to take over Earth. We're like, dude, if they're out there, we should know about it.
And if they're gonna do that, they're just gonna do it. If there's somebody that's more technologically advanced than us, which the chances are they would be, especially if they're showing up, then if they want to destroy us, they just destroy us. We wouldn't be able to stop them. There'd be, unless there's some wild like Mars attacks type bullshit, where we play some like Conway Twitty and then all their heads burst. Unless there's some gimmicky slapstick style solution. I mean, chances are if they came here from 5 light years away and showed up alive, we're fucked. Especially if they...
No, because like I mean, what's the beef? There is no beef.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But people are paranoid about them. Like, well, what are they gonna? It's like, well, if they want to do that, that's what they're gonna do. So if they just show up and there's aliens, and we're like, oh fuck, there's aliens. You just kind of got to roll with it. Kind of at the whim of the situation. You don't have a lot of room. It's like whenever a cop's searching your car and you have a little bit of weed in there. It's like he could write you a ticket. He could arrest you. He could just throw it away. He could not find it. But like right now, your car's being searched, so you just kind of got to hang out and wait and see what the fuck happens. And that's kind of where we'd be if aliens just showed up. Especially if the farther away they came from, the more fucked I feel like we'd be. Because then it'd just be like there'd be an advancement in the technology to try. Like the farther the distance would be almost more terrifying. They're like, oh, we came from, we're 130,000 light years away. That would be scary as shit.
What I've like heard is that it likely will be like a robotic like avatar of intelligent life that we run into. So like a subconscious or like a subconscious of a biological life uploaded onto like a mechanical robot type thing in order to like survive the harsh like travel of space.
So like Jarvis with like Iron Man and shit. So like put their
well, like they're saying like we could like eventually like upload our our
consciousness into something else.
Right.
Yeah. But it'd be like the movie Avatar. Like, all right, like we're controlling this shit from afar.
Right.
Like like drones and some shit, right? You'd be like, hey, you're controlling this from here, but it's way the fuck over there. But still, to get it there, that'd be like, that's what I'm saying. You have to come up with a way to be able to travel at the speed, travel at 90,000 feet in a second, and not die inside.
Right.
Yeah, maybe robots is the answer. You just like strap them to the wall and just like, and then you activate them later.
Yeah, you just have like a machine avatar to like fit that like is physically there, but then the intelligent life is uploaded onto it or whatever.
But that I wonder what, because even if they're like us, they'd make the robot in their own, like in some sort of likeness of themselves, so it could still be like fucking terrifying. Like I do not want to see the organic version of that. Like the robot version is fucking me up. And he's a chill dude. He seems cool as fuck, man, but I do not want to meet this guy. I don't even know what that is sticking off the side of him. That would be almost more scary. Especially if we weren't doing that. That's what I'm saying. If we encountered that, we encountered somebody's robot that they uploaded their conscious into so they could travel deep space, that would be horrifying. We'd be like, how do you even do that? That doesn't, like, I don't understand that. We'd ask so many questions.
Dude, I think we're about to get there.
Would you upload your consciousness into a robot and go into space? Or if you're like 90 about to die?
No, I need to understand more about consciousness because I feel like consciousness might last to like beyond Earth, and I don't want my consciousness to be like trapped to Earth in like a robot.
Yeah, almost like some purgatory type shit, like Lost,
or like some like defective clone.
Yeah, no, that'd be kind of shitty. So
I'm too spiritual for that shit, brah.
But yeah, whenever there's like this random shit that comes out from deep space, or they hear random weird sounds in the fucking ocean, it creeps me out. So like, oh, this dead galaxy where there's no stars, and now it's just all of a sudden sent out some radio bursts. Like that's like, oh shit, like why?
I know, dude. Like, come on, bro. Like when we were in school, like they didn't know there was any planets that existed outside of our solar system. And now we know that there's a trillion to the trillionth power of planets.
Yeah, the pictures of deep space, like outside of our galaxy, and you see all the other like spiral galaxies and all that shit, just like an infinite amount of them, and that's just like a small snippet of like a picture that would cover the entire planet. Like it's so fucking crazy because it's beautiful, and it's just like that's so different and everything's so unique. It'd be crazy if I could go in space. That's where I'd want to go. I'd want to leave I just want to take the quickest route out of the galaxy, be able to look at the whole galaxy as a whole, and hopefully I don't get a nosebleed and fucking die from my head not being able to comprehend that, and then be able to see other ones off into the distance. Like, and even then it would seem small, but that thing is so colossal. Like the magnitude of it is just like, I don't know.
The James Webb Space Telescope does like really cool ass pictures like that of galaxies.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Things are so advanced, and they just released some super clear pictures of like Jupiter and Saturn, Venus, Mercury. Venus looks crazy. Jupiter is like so much prettier than you think it is with like its colors. There's lots of blue and shit in it. Super, super cool. And yeah, I mean, outer space is just absolutely fascinating, but that and terrifying at the same time. Some like robot octopus shows up. Oh no, I'm just a robot. Barry is like who I am, but I'm like back home. You know, it's like I'm like way over there. But what's up, guys? You're like, oh fuck.
Get the fuck out of here.
He seems nice.
Final article. Y'all might have noticed that the NASDAQ, the Magnificent Seven, some of them took a big dump on Monday in the stock market.
True.
All the AI companies, Nvidia had lost like 600 billion in market cap. It was the single biggest loss in U.S. stock market history. And it's because a Chinese company called DeepSeek released their AI chatbot, large language model, and because like we put restrictions on the chips that they can get, they were getting like artificially like less robust chips from us, so they had to like work with like shittier chips, and somehow they came out with like just as like legit of a large language model as OpenAI and the Anthropic and all these other companies, and they did it for like a fraction of the price. And so the name of the game, everybody thought, was the more GPUs, the graphic processing units you have, the more of these chips, the bigger, the better, that's how you're going to get the best model. And then these guys were like, actually, we did it for way cheaper and our model's just as good. So then all the AI investors freaked, pulled their money. But it was puke and rally. Microsoft was back to where it was the next day because Microsoft went down by like a huge chunk. Nvidia bounced back. $6 billion. There's a lot of short sellers on not short sellers, but like yeah, short sellers on Nvidia. They made 6 billion in one day.
Damn.
Shout out. And Jensen Wong lost 20. So I think it was like $20 billion of his personal wealth on Monday.
Damn.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a Chinese like AI app. The thing is, it's like they just piggybacked on all of the American technology to do this, and it's weird because it's like we were restricting chips for them. So like, had we just been giving them the chips, they might have just been doing what everybody else did, which is like an arms race of chips. Instead, they had to get creative and come up with this like different way of doing it, and then now they've got like a cheap way, and so the barriers of entry into AI might not be as like high as everybody thought. Everybody thought it was going to be the biggest players like in the game, but if you can just make this shit for like $10 million as opposed to 100 billion, then that's a problem as far as like.
What's the problem for the big guys who are involved?
For the big guys, but it's also a problem for like regulating. Like, you know, if anybody can just make a AI model, like, you know, like good luck keeping everything on the up and up.
Oh yeah, good luck.
But I can't believe so. DeepSeek is the company, and like they're the #1 fucking app on the app stores, Google Play and Apple Store. And dude, it's like TikTok, and then now everybody's just rushing to like use the fucking AI from China. Like,
yeah, the China AI. We got banned on TikTok, or TikTok's rough, so let's go to the AI. Ask it tons of personal questions and pump it full of information.
Nah, but they're calling it like a Sputnik moment, where it's like, oh shit, like the Chinese now. It's like when the Russians released their satellite into space, Sputnik. Technically they're the first ones into space, and then that set off like the space race where we got to the moon, and so they're saying, oh, see, China's in now. It's like go time. But I don't know, dude. It's like it's been getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper to train these models. Like it's 1,000% cheaper to train one of these models than it was like 5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So it's been going this direction, anyways. Like, I mean, we'll see. But all the stocks, all the AI stocks, like Nvidia, Microsoft, all of them bounced back today, like fully.
Yeah, I mean,
and DeepSeek got hit with a cyber attack yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
What'd they do?
I don't know. I just know that they just got hit with some like I don't know, somebody infiltrated the system, shut down like the app or something.
Yeah, China. This is like, all right, fine. You want to fuck with TikTok? Here's DeepSeek. That is wild that everybody's just rushing to download it.
I know. But okay, so like the difference is it's an open source model, and it shows you its thought process of how it gets to whatever it's going to generate for you, right? So like if you, whatever prompt you put in, it will show you the thought process that it went through in order to get to the output that it gives you, which is just like kind of just like a new feature, like that, like a new design feature that like all these other like U.S. companies are going to probably start to implement, because it's like you're kind of guessing, you know, like you're like just throwing shit out there, and then like the LLM comes back with something, and you don't really know like how it got to like what it was showing you, but like if you could see, it's like, oh, I did this, and this, and then you can make adjustments easier to your prompt to get it to more specifically what you want.
That's not a bad idea.
That was like the better part of it, the intriguing part of it that people liked.
Do you think at some point there's just going to be one big AI model?
No.
You don't think so?
No, it's going to be like...
No one's going to have like a monopoly.
It's going to be like millions. No.
A monopoly on AI. That's some Skynet shit. That's what it sounds like.
No. Like, well, there's like we'll see when it gets to artificial general intelligence. It's like they keep changing the goalposts. It's like by the definitions of like general intelligence, artificial general intelligence, we like hit it like 80 times, but they just keep moving it. Once we get it, then it's another. It's like actually it's this. Actually it's this.
Do you think it's a bad idea us investing in all this AI with Open AI or whatever, this $500 billion that Trump's...
He's not investing. That has nothing to do with us.
Well, then what is this?
That was a whole deal that they came up with. Biden could have rolled that out himself. He decided he didn't want to. It's no taxpayer dollars whatsoever. It's just a marketing thing. Trump just branded it. He was like, "Oh, these guys are investing," and it was a fuck you to Elon because he wasn't included.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Is that beef?
And Trump's playing. He's got little fiefdoms fighting for his like
approval, just like fighting over his lap.
Yeah, and then Elon's like, "Oh, they don't got the money for that. They don't have the money." It's all stupid, dude. Meanwhile, they got the dude from SoftBank in there who's like running. Never mind. That's his boy over at the Treasury. Never mind.
What do you think about this department? I know it's off topic. Department of Defense or Secretary, Defense Secretary being voted in with the tying vote, and now they've taken away John Bolton's protection, top secret clearance. They're also talking about they removed Milley's, talking about removing one of General Milley's stars on some crazy shit. I mean,
well, the thing is that John Bolton was the national security advisor for Trump and was put in the order to kill Soleimani, their top IRGC general in Iran, and assassinated him. And so Iran's been actively trying to assassinate John Bolton.
Yeah, for years.
Mike Pompeo and Donald Trump. And so they've had secret service protection since then. And Trump pulled it away. I just saw John Bolton talking. He's like, dude, if one of these guys assassinate me or Pompeo on American soil, that's an act of war. So Trump taking away the protection is you're just setting yourself up for a shit situation.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that's such get back.
And he took Fauci's security.
Fauci's away. And then there's people dude, Twitter was like, all right, open season. I'm going to make a Fauci sandwich, crazy shit. And you're just and you don't think this guy needs protection.
I know.
Okay, bud. Because there's a lot of people that would do something about it. There's a lot of people that are fucking crazy right now.
No shit. A guy who got pardoned already got
shot. Yeah, and there's another one apparently who's on the run for all these sex crime things, and he was they were looking for him, and he got released and is just bolted. And they tried to put a delay to him getting one because he was being investigated for this, and they still went through and let him out. And he just took off, and now they're trying to catch this guy again.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that no, they all deserve to be in jail, but some of them are some pretty fucking bad dudes, man. Did some pretty crazy shit, and they're just out free.
No shit.
And they're I'm gonna go buy guns.
And Enrique Tarrio, he's talking shit. He's we're gonna get retribution, and then what's his Richard Spencer? He's the fucking the head neo-Nazi.
I think he used to be. Then he had a fall from grace. I don't think people like him as much anymore. But he's
well, he just got out of jail and he's talking shit.
Oh yeah, I mean that's all they're gonna do is get out of jail and start talking shit. We'll just see. It's been a week and one of them's already been shot in a traffic stop. That's insane. Fighting and resisting. And then there's people he's a hero.
Can you imagine if Barack let somebody out on a marijuana charge and they got a parking ticket, let alone got in a shootout?
They got in a shootout
a week later.
Yeah, you can't stop me. I've been pardoned. They're that's for everything up until the day you got out. Yeah, it's pretty frustrating. It's pretty stupid, but you know, what are you gonna do? Got anything else?
No, it's good.
Yeah, y'all like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment, share, whatever. We appreciate y'all checking us out and listening. But no, for reals, like drop us a sub or some shit, man. It's good seeing you. I'm glad you're doing good.
Thank you, man. Congrats.
You're gonna need to figure out this light situation. Gonna need to get you a shade or some shit, bro.
Well, it wasn't like that all the way until today. I gotta figure it out. Yeah.
You'll get it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, y'all just be good, be safe, stay out of trouble, take care of each other, and as always, go fuck yourselves.
Recording stopped.
Every now and then when I feel a bit buggy, I look at the floor, man, I need a new ruggy. Scratch that, I'll get some beers and get chuggy. Nah, man, I know what I need, some old man huggy. Old man huggy. Some old man huggy. Put your headphones on for proper